But I'm wondering what's going to happen to him now with the divorce, because a major part of his...
He'll throw himself more into his work, but
I
also
see.
he'll attract more women.
Ah, okay.
Because he's not going to stay alone. You know, in spite of a messy divorce, he's still going to have women chasing him like crazy with that kind of money and power.
Going in the 7th house.
Yeah, money and power. So he very likely may remarry once he's out of this one, although that's still another 2 years away. But the moon will go into the 7th. But notice the trines up there from the 9th house, Neptune and Pallas, to his ascendant and Vesta. That's tremendous earth fire. Fire signs, earth houses. Earth signs, fire houses. So he's very successful. And then Chiron progressed, is getting closer to a trine to his Saturn. And notice Vesta's been going over his Saturn. That's one of the most interesting, because this is often someone who is really totally wrapped up in work. And at the same time, they get so focused on the work, they alienate their relationships. And so that's what happened. He got really wrapped up in his work, but he alienated his wife. Of course, he did have the cardinal dilemma pretty strongly. Cardinal signs and cardinal houses. It's got the nodes and Uranus and Ceres across Aries, Libra, and they're squaring Jupiter and Pluto in Cancer, and more widely Saturn and Capricorn. So he's got a full cardinal cross here, which is a power struggle chart.
Right, that's obvious. Let me ask you, where would you see ambition then to do that, just total focus on the
Capricorn.
Because that could be just natural executive, but I still want to go home at 5 o'clock after.
Yeah, no, that total identification with both Vesta and Saturn and in Capricorn, all in the first house. It's tremendous identification with work and achievement. Now notice his Mars has progressed into the 9th house, in Leo, and it's been trining Uranus for years, because it's not that fast. So it's been trine first natal Uranus, the node, north node, and then progressed Uranus, and it's still within orb of a trine to progressed Uranus, still within 1 degree. And so he's getting his freedom from his marriage that he didn't know he wanted. This is, again, the deep-rooted ambivalence, which is typical of people. Consciously, he still wanted to stay married, but he wasn't giving enough to his wife to keep her happy. So she's giving him the freedom he didn't know he wanted.
Of course, he had a tremendous freedom closeness dilemma too.
Yes, definitely. That's part of the cardinal dilemma. And he lived life on his terms. He had all the freedom. And she finally fought back.
I think it was, he had the ambivalence about marriage, but not necessarily a family. It's as though, like, I want that family, I want that home. No, the marriage is not as important.
He's got a freedom closeness dilemma, but remember, freedom just means the freedom to do what you please. He had that freedom. He took that freedom. He did what he pleased at all times. And his family could like it or lump it.
Uranus and Aries in the 4th, too. Conjunct the north node.
Yeah.
God, it's all over the place.
Yes. It's Aries opposite Libra, 1st house opposite 7th house. Aries square Cancer.
Okay, so here's the case then of the conscious and the subconscious.
Right.
And so you're saying definitely this is a clear case of the subconscious one?
This is a case of I want closeness on my terms. That's how a strong person reconciles the freedom closeness dilemma.
Then why was he so upset then when the wife said...
I take closeness on my terms.
Right.
And when someone doesn't accept his terms, and he's accustomed to being in control and getting what he wants, of course he's upset.
I see. So he was just not aware that he was projecting it on her, right?
He was not aware that he wasn't fulfilling his wife. He thought by making lots of money and letting her do what she wanted and spend it while he worked, that he was doing the right thing. then she should be happy
Okay.
and shocked when she wasn't.
So this was a clear case of projection too.
Well,
'Cause-
no, it's just a case of only staying conscious of his own desires and not getting in touch with the needs and feelings of others.
To me, that's kind of insane because the person's married to you. You would think there'd be communication. You could just
Not if your whole life is in your work.
Okay. I mean, I would know when she's dissatisfied.
Sure.
She won't talk to me or something.
Yeah.
Then I know there's something wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't he get the picture from his own wife?
Well, he got it now. And he was too busy building a media empire to pay attention earlier.
Okay. So, to me, it just doesn't sound right.
It's not
I guess.
intelligent. It's a form of extreme imbalance.
Yeah.
And extreme imbalance brings pain.
Okay.
So he'll just go more deeply into his work.
Yeah, but he will attract other women because he does have a fourth house in the seventh house in the eighth house. So he will, and a loaded fifth house in the progressions. So he will attract women who will chase him like crazy.
From Leisure World. This is a much more fascinating case than I would have thought of at first glance.
Uh-huh.